that it's going to be a difficult task, but at the same time, you cannot possibly, you can't write it off, given the kind of glue that forms them together, which is, of course, to be against the BJP.
Fatima, the only thing that doesn't worry us at all about this Mahagathbandhan is this very glue that you're talking about. This glue does not exist. This is a notional Mahagathbandhan because it is built on a very flimsy ground.
It's not flimsy grounds to not want the BJP or be against Modi or Amit Shah.
But when you look at the larger picture of this ground, it is to bring down one person. Now, how strong is a ground like this going to work when elections are actually overhead? Another thing is that they are forming their allies in the various states of India. Wherever they go, they are finding their allies, except for the state of Uttar Pradesh. So even though they have spoken of a Gathbandhan in Uttar Pradesh, there hasn't been much response for various reasons. Akhilesh went on record to say that they find Congress arrogant. Mayawati is not agreeing to the seat share, so on and so forth. So the only state where this Mahagathbandhan will actually make a difference to Congress happens to be Uttar Pradesh. Anywhere else, I don't think the seats will change.
I'm going to come back on the analysis because we have a few minutes before we take a quick break. Suleiman, do you want to come in? A quick reaction in terms of what Charu is saying about the effectiveness of Mahagathbandhan?
Yeah, I'll just clarify the gentleman's comment that Congress and other people are scared of Mr. Modi. We are not, Congress party is not scared of Mr. Modi. We are worried. We are very concerned the way this regime has, acted in past 4.5 years. We have seen how constitutional authorities have been damaged and demolished. We have seen how Supreme Court, they have tried to, demean and undermine the Supreme Court, the RBI, the ED, CBI, Election Commission, all constitutional authorities. So we are worried. We are there to save the constitution, and therefore we are requesting all opposition parties to come together, just keeping apart their personal interests or ambitions, come together, fight the election, defeat these fascist forces and make India a very prosperous country in coming future. As far as the BJP spokesperson saying that they are trying to bring down Mr. Modi. We don't want to bring down Mr. Modi. Rahul Gandhi ji has very categorically and specifically stated that we don't want BJP Mukt Bharat. We want the BJP to stay. Modi ji wanted BJP Mukt, Congress Mukt Bharat, which has not happened. Congress has just won in 3 states. So that dream has been, completely, Modi ji cannot dream further. But we don't want, we want a opposition for a healthy democracy.
I'm going to stop you right there because we need to come back with more on this discussion. We're coming back on the big story where we're really talking about this whole idea of Rahul Gandhi being named, the announcement that we saw from the DMK, but really what sort of a reflection it has given the kind of challenges that lie ahead when it comes to Mahagathbandhan. Coming back in just a few moments right here on the big story.
There's a new day coming, a day when our lives become sustainable and dynamic. At Toshiba, we're driven to make a comfortable and safer world. Toshiba, for a new day.
The variable of retirement corpus is a very large variable, and it can have a large dispersion in terms of what you will need to sustain the lifestyle. Contingency fund is a superimposed extra expense on the retirement corpus. Making sure that you are covered beyond a certain age on the health side is also an important element of de-risking this sporadic expenses.
Financial Planner, Saturday at 9 a.m., Sunday at 12 noon. Only on Business Television India. The first punch, the first order. It's the first click that matters. The opening trade, weekdays at 9 a.m. Only on Business Television India.
Welcome back. You're watching The Big Story right here on Business Television India. Today we are discussing the entire events that have unfolded after DMK leader Stalin made a statement projecting Congress President Rahul Gandhi as the next prime ministerial, as the prime minister, the next prime minister for the country. Vivek, we have spent the first part of the show really getting various reactions in terms of our guests, of our well-diversified panel. The media has been talking about the challenges that lie ahead for this entire alliance. What do you think is the toughest part of this dynamic that's going to be playing out?
The toughest part is, the equations in UP happen to be the most critical of all.
Yeah.
UP has 80 seats in all, and whoever gets power in the center, they usually come through UP. Most of the prime minister of the country have been given by UP. UP is such an important nerve for the politics of the country, it cannot be ignored at all. 80 seats is a mammoth number, and here again I would say contest is not bipolar. Samajwadi Party is there, BSP is there, and once these two parties come together, be with Congress, be without Congress, they will be a major force to reckon with for the BJP. And even Charu sitting here would agree to it, I think. So yes, yeah. So actually, as I put it, Stalin has jumped the gun. Already TMC, BSP, SP are not happy with this because they don't want Congress to play Big Brother's role in it.
Okay.
As far as NCP, TDP, etc. concerned, they are hardly, very much bothered about it, and they are still very undecided. I would like to put it another way. This is a test and trial phase of the Mahagathbandhan. And in this phase at least, these things shouldn't be cropping up because they create problems for the other regional parties.
Okay, the other way of looking at it could also be the teething problem, so to speak. That's another way of looking at it, but I want to get that perspective from TMC because I've got Garga Chatterjee